Well, hello, gentle listeners. Welcome back to Desire Dialogues, the space where your pleasure is honored, your curiosity is celebrated, and your desires get to come out and play. Oh, I'm your host, Lauren, sex, love, and relationship coach, and your guide into the gorgeous depths of what turns you the fuck on. Welcome to the show. If this is your first time here, I'm so happy that I'm in your ears and you're choosing to plug in to learn. So, if you already listened to the Praise Kink episode, you already know we're not shy around here. That's why I got so many messages in my DMs like, oh my God, I thought I was the only one who got turned on by compliments like that. Nope. I got another one that was like, you're giving me permission to like what I like and be so okay with that. So today, my friends, we're going to dive into two more desires that a lot of folks feel, but often don't name out loud. You may have heard of them. Exhibitionism is a turn on of being watched, and voyeurism is the thrill of watching. So, yep, we're talking about spotlights, sneaky glances, the heat of an audience, and the deliciousness of being seen or seeing others through an erotic lens. So, let's crack this open, shall we? What does it actually mean? Let's start by clearing the fog around these terms. Exhibitionism isn't just flashing someone in a trench coat, okay? It can look like feeling a turn on when someone notices, you in a sensual outfit, or the thrill of sending a sexy video, or loving being watched during sex, even by just your partner. Voyeurism, on the other hand, isn't about spying or invading someone's privacy. It's or privacy. It's actually like healthy, and consensual. So that would look like watching your partner self-pleasure, right? Enjoying ethically made porn, tuning into live cam shows or audio erotica, even being the watcher in a threesome or a group fantasy. And these are incredibly common tastes, and when explored with clear boundaries and consent, they can be pretty deeply erotic ways to connect with your body, your power, or imagination. So, why the heck does it turn people on, right? So why is being watched or watching others such a turn on? Let's break that down with some science. Nervous system stimulation, right? When the exhibitionism or voyeurism happens, it's giving the nervous system like this little zap, right? Because it's risky and it's novelty, and it hits that edge between excitement and danger just enough to activate arousal. Another thing that's such a turn on is like that erotic gaze, right? Being seen with attention can be really affirming. And it says, I witness your beauty. I desire your presence. You are so sexy. I love watching you enjoy pleasure. And then for some people, that gaze can feel like worship. For others, it's validation. For many, it's both. All right. Exhibitionism especially can be a doorway into a part of you that's bold, erotic, and expressive, right? Kind of unleashing like this hidden self. I mean, you may be shy in everyday life, but the idea of somebody watch you touch yourself or enjoy pleasure, like that flips a switch in your brain. Voyeurism as erotic storytelling. So watching someone else can stimulate our imagination, right? It lets us build up this story in our heads. We get to connect emotionally, and you get to enjoy the turn on, right? Without needing to be performative. You don't have to do anything, right? You just get to watch. It's like binging Netflix, but naked. Everybody's naked, and it's really nice. So part 3, all right, like the everyday turn-ons you didn't know that counted. Let's bring this even closer to home, because honestly, you may already have this kink without realizing it, right? Here's a few of those sneakier signs of erotic exhibitionism or voyeurism. You could get a thrill when someone likes your sultry photo. You could even masturbate to the idea of someone accidentally seeing you. That's my fiance. I'm like, close the fucking windows, close the shades. It could be, if you love lingerie, but mostly for how you look in it, not how it feels. Maybe you fantasize about open windows, dim rooms, or like somebody watching from afar. Maybe you've imagined watching someone else play with themselves without needing to join in. You're not weird. These are totally normal, like erotic tastes that, can be safely explored. All right, so now for the juicy and responsible part. How do you explore this without shame or unsafe risk? Well, here's a few ways to bring exhibitionism or voyeurism into your real life erotic practice. I apologize. I am so dry mouth right now. I took an allergy medication. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that, guys. If you can hear that my tongue is stuck to the roof of my mouth. All right. So, a few fun ways, easy ways to bring this into like real life erotic practice. First off, you can use mirrors. So whether you're solo or partnered, when you place a mirror nearby and then watch it, it can really add this deeply erotic layer of being seen and being witnessed. Ethical photos or ethical video play. So like if you're into being watched, you can record yourself for yourself, right? So you just make it for you. Or you share it with a trusted partner. And you always get consent before sharing anything, you know. Privacy and digital safety are sexy too, right? We've all had those unsolicited dick pics, am I right? If I'm not right, that's great for you. I'm so happy for you. I can't get away from them. Then there's like this, another thing we can add in, like that thrill of almost, right? You can wear something sheer at home. Maybe you can leave a light on near a window. You could sit near your partner and just watch some self-pleasure without touching. Audio voyeurism. You could record your own pleasure sounds or turn into audio porn. You might be surprised what your ears wake up in you, right? It's a whole different sense. Another thing, you could set a fantasy scene, right? You try something like, what would it feel like if someone were watching us right now? You could say something like, can I just sit here and watch you touch yourself? Another question to kind of gauge this is, what would you do if someone walked in on us? Exploration doesn't always require public play or have others involved, right? It always starts with curiosity and consent, and you can build from there, right? So let me ask you this, love. I love asking questions. I want you to pause this if you want to answer these, right? What parts of you want to be seen? Go ahead and give this a pause and write down that answer. Do a little introspection, right? A little introspection. I love giving you invitations to look deeper in. So go ahead and pause that. I'll be here when you get back. Second question, what part of you finds thrill in watching? Third question, and how can you give yourself permission to explore both safely, deliciously, and consensually? So you deserve to understand your own erotic blueprint, right? And you deserve to understand these tastes and these kinks, right? They're not weird. They're windows. They're windows into your unique flavor turn on, right? Like everybody's got different taste buds, sexual taste, sexual appetites. You know, if you want to shoot me a message on Instagram, would love to hear if you're more of an exhibitionist, a voyeur, or maybe both, right? If this episode sparked something in you, you enjoyed it, go ahead and rate an episode. I love that. I would thank you from the bottom of my clit. I appreciate it. If you want to share this with somebody else, share with a friend. Who knows, right? And if you want to go deeper into, discovering your desires and maybe uncover some things you didn't know you had, implement some things you learned with the right scripts, the right tools, I think the Pleasure Collective membership might be the greatest place for you. All of these info is down in the show notes. My friends, until next time, stay tuned in, stay curious, and stay turned on, right? And remember, pleasure is your birthright, and you don't need permission.